Hello, hello, my beloved souls. It is Woke Wednesday. So happy September. Happy Woke Wednesday. We're in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury going retrograde, which happens on the 9th. We are in the pre-shadow phase of the full moon in Pisces, and we have a 9-9 portal coming up. It's a really intense time, right? Check me out on Instagram tomorrow while I go live at 12 noon Eastern time to do like an energy check-in. So for my beautiful light workers, way showers, indigo, star seeds, crystals, witches, warlocks, shamans, the awakened crew, right? The 144,000. We have a lot going on. As Mercury goes retrograde, right? Depending on where you're at vibrationally, you just want to be mindful of the fact that that's a time of resting and releasing, reorganizing, restructuring, revamping, right? Really taking a look at everything that's going on in our environment, right? And shifting accordingly. You want to be mindful of how you're communicating with people, right? Because Mercury is the planet of communication. Don't take things personally at this time. If you have the opportunity to wait before signing any contracts or like, long drawn out um, things that are just really important, contracts, leases, anything like that. If you can wait, wait. If you can't, then be mindful and just know to go over everything with a fine tooth comb. Like read, reread, and read again, right? Because it can get to the point where miscommunication can happen, right? If things are being projected onto you, try not to embody them, try not to take anything personally. And if things are being reflected back to you during this time of resting and releasing and reevaluating stuff, like really take a look at these things, right? If you happen to be triggered during this time, like take a step back and take a look at the big picture. Why am I being triggered? Why does this irritate me? What's going on? What do I need to see? What do I need to learn? What is being revealed to me during this time? We also have that full moon in Pisces, and Pisces is a sign of water, right? So still waters run deep, but they're also highly, highly, highly intuitive. So you really want to tap into your emotional body at this time and honor the things that are coming up. Mercury is also going retrograde in the sign of Libra, right? And Libras are great at really expressing themselves, especially on the external, right? Expressing balance and how they love people. They're very loving, they're very nurturing, they're very patient, right? And they're also the sign of justice in tarot, right? So things are really in balance when it comes to the sign of Libra. So because it's Mercury retrograde, it's about internal balance, right? So a balancing of our light and our dark, a balancing of our shadow and our light self, our masculine, our feminine energies, as within, so without, as above, so below, right? All of those energies really being amplified at this time. How are we showing up and loving ourselves, right? Not just loving everyone around us, but how are we showing up and loving ourselves? How are we honoring ourselves? How are we honoring our path? How are we honoring our goals and our dreams? And our life as a whole, right? What are our relationships looking like, right? How are we honoring those relationships? How are we being honored in those relationships? All that stuff is going to be coming up. So, because we have that beautiful Piscean energy, right? Honor the tears that are coming up, right? If you're feeling a little overwhelmed, a little emotional, it's okay, right? It doesn't mean you lash out at people. It doesn't mean that, like, you start projecting those energies onto people, but just if you need a moment, you need to take a step back, you need to go to the bathroom and just cry it out real quick and just have a moment with yourself, do so, right? Journaling will be really important at this time. It's going to be really, really insightful. Your dreams are going to be a little bit more vivid at this time, right? So just paying attention to those dreams. Um, all of that's really just going to help you during this time. And Mercury is retrograde until about October 2nd, I want to say, right? So over the next 4 weeks, right, just start paying attention, start tapping in, start tuning in. Was it 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is, right? Really start just tapping in, tuning in. And those of you that are tuned in, turned on, and tapped on, this is going to be an easier shift, an easier thing for you to transgress, right? The higher your vibration is, the less you're affected by everything that's going on around you. But you do need to be mindful and be aware that other people will be experiencing these things. It can also be a time of delays, right? So if you're traveling, give yourself extra lead time, right? If you're communicating, make sure that you're being clear with your words. If you send out an email, make sure that it's been sent, right? Like check your outbox. Send a text message to someone, make sure that the text is actually gone out, right? Charge your phones, charge your laptops, charge your computers, right? Just give yourself a little bit of a cushion, a little bit of leeway during this time. So, as always, We're going to pull from the Work Your Life first because it's Woke Wednesdays. And then we're also going to pull from the Angels of Atlantis. And we'll see if the angels and guides, ancestors, ascended masters, spirit guides, spirit animals, galactic star family, if there's anything else that they'd like to tell us at this time. They're already telling me that I need to pull from another deck. I haven't started from this one yet, but I will pull from the third deck as well. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Thank you to my beautiful team of light. What do we need to know? What are the messages that can serve the highest and greatest good for the woo-woo crew that I got here with me today? Amazing. Starseed, what lights you up? That's important during this time, right? Because we want to keep our vibration high. We want to shine our lights bright. As our vibration is high, guess what? The higher you are, the less the nonsense of the world has to affect you, right? So the only time we really engage with lower vibrational energies is when we lower our vibration to entertain it, right? But when you're up here, nothing can affect you. No illnesses, no disease, no discord, nothing. None of that stuff can affect you. It's when we drop our vibrations, we give our power away, we siphon our energy out, that we then become an energetic match to the nonsense, right? So you really just want to keep your vibration high. Do the things that make you feel good during this time, right? Again, Mercury going retrograde. There's about 6 or 7 planets in retrograde right now. It's ridiculous, right? So it's about resting, releasing, just having that time to reflect, to pause, right? Just take a minute to breathe it through. We're still in Virgo season, right? And Virgos really get us organized and structured. They have things in place, right? They can be very methodical about things, right? Very pragmatic about things. But take this time to just stop, to reflect, to see you're getting things in order, right? What needs to stay, what needs to go. Reflect on them and shift accordingly, right? Just shift accordingly. We got Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. So for some of you, you're tapping into the Akashic records and seeing that you've signed up for this path. You know, you signed up for these healings, for these shifts, for these beautiful transitions that are going on through your life right now. And you're also being guided to just remember your, oh, look at that beautiful flock. To really just tap into your higher self, right? And to follow the intuitive guidance that's coming through for you, no matter what people say on this outside world, right? There's a lot of spiritual teachers and leaders out here. There is no greater truth than the one that's coming from your own soul, because your own soul is tapped into your spiritual contract, your spiritual gifts, your spiritual divinity, right? It's always tapped into the most divine at every time, and it's not having to be filtered through anybody else but your own divine mind. So just know that the reasons that you're getting these prompts, the reasons that you're getting these nudges, the reasons that you're seeing these signs of synchronicities is because you're being guided by the Most High God. Trust in that process, right? Really trust in that process. If you're guided to go to the supermarket at a certain time and you don't normally go, go, right? If you're guided to make a left down the street you don't normally make a left at, make that left. You never know why you're being guided there, right? And it's not about questioning it and talking yourself out of it. It's just about following the guidance. It could be something that's there for you, or it could be that your light is needed for something or someone else. You never ever know. I remember one time I was coming home after dropping my daughter off from school, and I had, get to a corner, and I could have either went straight towards the park where I normally go to meditate, or left towards my home. And I had coffee in my hand. I was going to go refill my coffee before I went to the park. So as I get to the corner, I'm told, keep going straight. And in my mind, I'm like, what? I hadn't even crossed the street yet, right? But in my mind, I'm like, why would I go straight? Like I'm going to get coffee. But as I'm going across the street to get my house, it's like, go straight. And before I could even left, it's like, go straight. Like the voice got louder. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to freaking go straight. Like there goes my coffee. And as I'm walking down the street, I see someone ahead of me that's trying to like engage in other people. They're not really paying them any mind. And as I end up getting next to this man who I ended up dating for a long time. And he was like so upset, so traumatized, like bursting in tears. And he just stopped me and was like, oh, I just need someone to talk to. So, trying to be obedient, mouth of God over here. And I'm like, you okay? And literally this man just burst into tears. And someone had assaulted their child. And I, as a mother who had just dropped their daughter off, I was like heartbroken for them, right? In that moment. Ended up sitting with him for like 3 hours and just letting him talk and just feeling that vibration and just pouring light and love into the situation. But it was like, I was guided to go straight, not because of anything necessarily for me that day, but because I needed to be a conduit for the Most High God. So you're a light worker, right? That's why we're here. to do the work, right? To show up with our light. And sometimes we don't know where we're being guided, and it's not for us to question it. It's just for you to follow through with that intuitive guidance. Okay. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Here you all are showing up in your divine lights, right? Sisterhood, brotherhood, it doesn't matter what gender we are. This is about us all showing up, being the mystics, being the teachers, being the divine lights that we all know that we can be, and also receiving that energy back. The ascended masters are with us at all time. All of the deities are all with us at all times. You can connect into that energy at any given time. Whenever you're on your path and you just need an answer, just call out to your team of light, your angels, your ancestors, your guides, and just know that they're going to show up for you. The more that I've been walking down this path, the more that I've been doing the deep spiritual work, the more is revealed to me, right? If you ask for wisdom from the Most High God, it will be granted to you. But we have to remember to ask for wisdom, for knowledge, for understanding, for grace, for miracles, for blessings, right? Put it out into the universe and then allow yourself to receive those answers back, right? And we get that when we're following our intuition, right? We're putting something out there in prayer, we're sitting in meditation, we get the intuitive prompt to do something, then we get up and we go follow it, right? Tapping into that beautiful, beautiful energy. And I love how like they're all holding their heart, right? Open up that heart chakra, really let the love to shine through, filter everything through your heart center, and allow that to be how you're showing up in this world. Gorgeous. And birthing a new age, birthing new creation, streaming a new world into being. This is you shining your light bright, right? Shining your light bright, and then brighter still, right? And you're giving that energy, that love, that beautiful high vibrational energy to this planet, to the collective, right? To the galaxies at this time. And so we're here shifting from this beautiful, beautiful 3D world that we lived in for so long that was very patriarchal to this beautiful 5D world, right? The age of Aquarius, where it's more about the oneness, the connectivity, high vibrational energy. We have the divine feminine Christ coming in, right? Really activating that feminine energy within the whole planet and really helping Gaia to keep her vibration high. Gaia's already begun the shift and she's taking us all with us. So we're moving into a new world, a new age where it's not just about push, 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 and like crabs in a barrel type of mentality. No, we're realizing that the only time we look down is because we're helping somebody up, right? We're realizing that it's not lonely at the top. There's just more space up here for us to bring more people with us, right? So you guys are doing the beautiful deep work, and I love that for you. I love it. I love it. I love it. Angels, thank you, guides. Thank you, beautiful teams of light, for being here with me and the Woo Woo crew. We got Mercury going retrograde, as well as everything else, and full moon in Pisces. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? Wow, that was quick. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to know? What do we need to see? Amazing. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck, Archangel Zaphiel with compassion, right? It's again with that heart energy, right? You want to filter everything through our heart. Having compassion for others, having compassion for ourselves. This is a challenging time for a lot of people on the planet, right? And when we have all of this energy of releasing with Mercury retrograde and the full moon in Pisces, that's not always an easy energy to traverse, right? Because sometimes we're releasing the things that we've been comfortable with. We're releasing things that have been a part of us for so long that we feel like that is who we are, right? Distorted belief systems, dysfunctional behavior patterns, right? And it almost becomes a part of us, a part of our story. And now we're being guided to let that stuff go, right? To realize that that is actually not our truth. That was a truth that was given to us. That was a belief that we were told, but this beautiful red color here, right, is indicating the root chakra. So a lot of healing going on there. And what is the root chakra? Our safety, our security, our stability, right? So really getting that in order, which isn't surprising because we're in a sixth universal year, right? 2022. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. And although we're in the ninth month of September, which nines are about endings and completions and, finishing things up, because it's a 6 year, the 9 plus the 6 equal 15. And then the 1 plus the 5 reduced down to a 6 again. So this is also a 6 month. So a lot of the stuff that is being released and cleared and ending at this time are the distortions in areas of love, money, and beauty, which is what the number 6 is all about, right? Harmony, love, beauty, companionship, right? So we're healing those things that are no longer serving us. So for a lot of people, there's endings of karmic cycles, karmic behaviors. We're showing up and realizing how we haven't been very loving or honest or forgiving or nurturing ourselves. And we're ending those patterns so that we can step into a new phase of our life where we do begin to love, honor, and respect ourselves. We're releasing those energies that had us in attachment with poverty and scarcity of, like work ourselves into an early grave, and we're moving more into an expansive place. We're letting our money work for us, and we're learning to work with other people, and we're learning to allow our voices to be heard, and we're learning to love ourselves, and we're learning to allow the work that we do to be love, right? And to filter out through our hearts and to show up in this world as love. So it's a beautiful energy coming in for you, as well as this beautiful gold of the solar plexus, right? The solar plexus is our divine masculine energy, and it's also our inner power center, right? Our whole inner sun. That's our gut instincts, our fight, flight, and freeze resides in there, right? So again, with the fact that you're being intuitively guided, right? Getting the filters through our crown chakra, taking action through our solar plexus, and you know in your gut when you feel something, right? Like you're really tapping into it. You know when you walk into a room if it feels good or if it doesn't. You know when you're being guided to do something if it feels right or if it doesn't. And I'm not talking about the nervousness or the anxiety. I'm talking about like really showing up and being like, no, like that doesn't feel right. I'm not doing that. Right? Like it's like the energy you feel when you know that like if you do something in your life, it's gonna be in danger. It's like you know what you know what you know. You know what you know what you know. So it's not about you over questioning it and allowing the egoic mind, which is there to keep us safe, but is also based in fear, to talk you out of those blessings and dreams and goals. No, it's about letting it everything filter through your heart because that's where your soul resides, right? And allowing that to lead the way. Okay. We got Archangel Raziel with dreams. Not surprising at all because Mercury retrograde that your dreams are going to be really, really, really important, and because it's right the day before Pisces goes and the full moon in Pisces. Oh my lord, your dreams are going to be super vivid, right? Super telling, super symbolic. So if you don't already, I would implore you to get a dream journal, right? Like wake up, really start writing things down. And I don't mean like you have to sit there and try to write it down detail for detail, but write down the highlights. If you saw a certain animal, if you saw certain people, if there was just certain scenarios that just stood out to you in your dream, like get those down on paper so that when you do have a chance to go look at it later, it'll help activate your remembrance of what was going on in that dream. You don't know what the dreams mean necessarily. I know some people that are dope dream interpreters, like they're badasses, and I'm just like, first of all, how do you remember your dreams? Most of the time, I don't remember my dreams. Recently, as these energies have been getting really, really potent, and as my psychic gifts have been even more and more activated, I've been having more and more vivid dreams and actually remembering them, like remembering them and being like, what is up with that? So to me, it's like a double fold message because not only am I remembering the dream, not only am I having these really vivid dreams, I'm remembering them enough to know it in my conscious mind. So some of you are astral projecting while you're in dream state and you're exhausted. I know, like I go to bed, it's like I get no rest, right? Like it's like I'm a night owl and a day bird, and I'm also astral projecting in the middle of the night. So hashtag team no sleep. If you're with me, give a shout out because that's where we're at. But Archangel Raziel really helping you here. Beautiful purple energy of the crown chakra, right? So coming in, I mean, actually, it's like the indigo, so third eye, actually. So some of you with your clairvoyance is going to be really super activated at this time. Again, a lot of you are astral projecting, astral traveling during dream state, connecting with your guides during that time, connecting with the intergalactic family during that time, and being conduits of messages and change to the intergalactic council here on Earth, right? It's like we're here in this Earth school doing our thing, then we go into dream state. Our astral projection takes us to the higher realm through the Merkaba, and we connect with the intergalactic council, and we help give messages back to the council about what's going on here on Earth as we make all these shifts and changes in our awareness, right? So there's a lot going on here. So if you're a little bit more tired during this time, you know, I get it. Mercury is going retrograde to give us all a little bit of time to rest and relax and to reflect, right? So be easy on yourself. Archangel Uriel with trust. Trusting in yourself, trusting in the path, trusting in your intuitive guidance that you're receiving, trusting in the messages that you're receiving from these beautiful downloads and all the light codes that are coming in, trusting your angels and the archangels and the ancestors and the guides and the ascended masters that are coming in to help you, trusting your own voice, right? I love this beautiful blue energy because it's the energy of the throat chakra, right? So we have the purple with the crown chakra and we have the blue with the throat chakra. That means that you're getting these beautiful downloads and you're channeling them out, trusting the messages that are coming through you, right? Being a clear and concise channel for the Most High. Some of you are actually channeling more of that divine energy, right? I know that when I do this work, it's very energizing for me, right? And for a while, I would kind of like question or doubt some of the messages that were coming through because I was still like in ego mind and overthinking it. And I had to learn to just step back and just allow whatever messages to come through. One, the messages aren't for me, they're coming through me for another person. So why am I overthinking these things? And two, stop doubting my own intuitive guidance, right? It's like this is a gift that you have that you've been doing for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Don't question it. Cut it on, filter it through, shift it, get the downloads, let it filter through your heart, say what you got to say, and then move on, right? And so that's it. Get the downloads, say what you got to say, and move on. 9 times out of 10, it ain't got nothing to do with you anyway. All right. Starseeds had something to say. What lights you up, right, Starseeds? So the first card that we had. So thank you, beautiful angels. Thank you, guys. Thank you, my galactic star family, being to the purest light and highest vibration. What other messages do you have for the woo-woo crew? I just saw 2112. What other messages do you have for the woo-woo crew? Woo-woo crew on this side. Bottom of the deck. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing, right? That is all being highlighted during this time. Physical and emotional healing. So again, that Piscean full moon, really deep emotions are going to coming through. Honor your emotions, right? They're our GPS to let us know when we're in alignment or not in alignment with our soul. Cry if you need to cry. Get into a body of water, right? Go to a lake or an ocean or a river or a stream if you can. If you can't, get into a salt bath. Get out of nature, right? Connect with Gaia. It was monsooning here the other day. Beautiful, beautiful thunderstorm. And I always know something's going on in the collective, right, or with this planet, depending on the weather, right? And with me, whenever there's a big shift around, it'll be raining. It will be raining a lot. Um, and there was a big, big, huge thunderstorm the other day, and then I got my period for like a day too. So I'm like, what is really going on here? Like, what is really going on? A lot of release, a lot of purification, a lot of healing, a lot of changes happening, right? From a deep, deep cellular level. Our memories are stored within our DNA. And so we're healing that at a deep level because we're healing generational stuff. We're healing our lineage. We're reactivating the stuff that we've gotten from all those different lifetimes, whether it was in Atlantis or ancient Egypt or wherever we've picked those things up, right? All that stuff is now coming back online, right? It's now being reactivated. So honor your body during this time. Rest when you can. Definitely stay hydrated. Definitely stay hydrated. If you can put a little Himalayan pink salt in your water, do so, right? Even if you have like a crystal, like the calcite, and put that in water, right? And yes, I know it does dissolve in water, but that is the point because as you drink a little bit of that water, it helps you to embody more of the light codes easier into your body, right? But honor the foods that you're being guided to eat, right? Like just honor your body. If you're not sure what to eat, call upon Archangel Raphael and he will help guide you. I always call upon Archangel Raphael when I go to the supermarket because he's helped me come up with some really dope recipes. Surprisingly to some, but that's what it is. All right. Our ancestors, of course. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. What did I just say about ancient Egypt, right? So all of this stuff is being reactivated to all of you guys, right? We're coming back online. You're connecting with your galactic star family as well as with your ancestors on this earth as well. So you have both, right? You have your Egyptian ancestors coming in, plus your galactic star family coming in, helping you tap into that knowledge and wisdom and understanding that's available to you. All you need to is ask. All you need to do is ask. Ask and it shall be revealed unto you. Star bathing, light body, crystal wave, transmission, activation, like I said, downloads, light codes, all coming in. Many of you are stargazers, right? Or cloud gazers. I'm always looking up at the stars, always looking up the heavens because there's answers there for me. I'm always looking into nature because there's answers there for me. But getting outside, if you can get outside and connect with Luna, when that moon goes full, and feel those delicious energies, putting some water out and creating some moon water for yourself and for your plants, charging your crystals, charging yourself, right? Because we're made mostly of water. It's not like the moon doesn't affect the water within our body as well as the water on the planets. It affects all of us, right? People get a little bit emotional during the full moons. People can be a little cray cray during the full moons, right? Depending on where you're at vibrationally, depending on whether or not you sound like you're grounded and connected, right? So really just getting out there and connecting and seeing the answers that they have for you. Two cards back to back with the stars, right? Plus, we got the star seeds, what lights you up. It's important that you connect with your galactic star family. It's important that you are aware of your multidimensionality and connect with all aspects of your soul, right? We're more than just this meat suit, this temporary meat suit. Go deeper, go higher. You deserve it. End the void. Stop. Embrace winter. Great cosmic womb, right? Stop. That's that Mercury retrograde energy. Stop. Reflect. Chill out. Rest, right? Take some time to yourself. Always like go, 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 go. No, it's about chilling out and just really just reflecting on where we've come from, all the things that we've gone through. We've had a lot of powerful energies coming through since that Lionsgate, not even since the Lionsgate, before the Lionsgate, but we were prepped for the Lionsgate. And that Lionsgate, right, that 88 portal was powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful. I mean, it was super, super powerful. And a lot of people got rocked, right? And so it's time to like sit back and reflect, like, what have I learned since that time? What were my intentions during that time? And am I in alignment with my soul and my truth and my gifts and my dreams, right? All of that stuff really being coming into play right now. And giving it a minute. You'll see the darkness, right? It's like the darkness of the womb. We can be so quick to want to dismiss the darkness or overlook it or act like our shadow self, our dark self is not important, but the light is only really truly seen in areas where it is dark. The womb is where we hold our babies until we bring them forth into this world, into the light. The womb is nurturing. It's where creativity starts. It's the starting point of everything, right? God had started making the earth and started putting everything together, and then there was light, and then there was light. But it all started in the darkness, right? So don't be afraid of the darkness. Our shadows are just as important as our light, all right? Our shadows are just as important as our light. Don't dismiss that. Okay, I'm gonna pull from one. I don't know what's happening. I'm like, okay, I was in the reading there, but I guess not. So thank you, angels and guides. No, no. Okay, there's a keepers of the light. Okay, you guys got me all over the place today. So we're gonna pull from the keepers of the light, and I'm gonna get one final message for you, my beautiful woo crew, because I love you so much. Let's see what the final message that the team of light has for you. So thank you, angels. Thank you, God, for being here with me, and the rest of the light workers. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What's the final messages that we got going on for them? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Final messages, evidently, because I got 3 cards. I'm not even going to try to play myself and say this name, but we got soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Really understanding your multidimensionality, really understanding the oneness of you as well as the rest of the collective, right? We are not separate from what's going on with this world. We are all sparks of the divine creativity. So we need to give love to one another. We need to hold space for one another. We need to have grace for everything and everyone on this planet. And that is the work that we come to do. And that's how you're showing up here in this beautiful high vibrational energy. So, nunos, life force, express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. I love that. Funny, I was just tapping into a divine masculine energy, and I was saying I think he's starting to learn to use his life force energy for more than just ejaculation. It's almost like masturbating and then stopping before the point of ejaculation, right? Realizing that you can use that beautiful life force energy to pour into your creativity, to pour into your work, to really manifest your goals and your dreams. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Radha, soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Right? So again, the dormant parts of your DNA are becoming activated or coming online. really trust in the things that you're feeling, trust in the things that you're seeing and that you're hearing, right? The spiritual teachings that you're guided to, the spiritual teachers you're guiding to, the leaders, the mystics, like there are just certain things that are just activating within your soul, right? There are certain people that you're going to connect to because you guys had a connection, an agreement before you incarnated that, hey, when I start doing this work, it's going to activate you, right? Some of you are seeing repeated numbers, right? Yes, the 1111s, the 333s, the 444s, right? They're here, they're activating you, right? Some of you are really connecting with nature, right? Our beautiful birds have answers for us. The butterflies, like the animal kingdom, the insect kingdom, they all have answers for us. So really tapping into that energy and connecting with that energy and calling in your soul tribe as well, right? Like you're not the only woo-woo person out here. There's a whole lot of us that are being judged, and that's all right. We'll be crazy together. And then beautiful charity, prayer, and contemplation. Again, the Mercurian energy of resting and reflecting, right? We're praying to God, we're putting it out there, and then we go into meditation because we're putting it out there and now we're waiting for the guidance. Now we're waiting for the answers. Now we're waiting for the intuitive prompts to lead us through our way. Connect with heaven, ask, and you shall receive. Like I said, divine wisdom is available to all of us. We have to ask. Ask for your wisdom. Ask for knowledge. Ask for understanding. Ask to be led to your greatest and highest timeline for your highest and greatest good. Ask to have complete understanding of what is being shown to you, right? Ask for clarity. Ask for wisdom. Ask for blessings. Ask for grace. Ask for grace. Right? I'll leave it there for you, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful collective. I guess that's what they wanted us to end on a high note. So I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And I shall see you later. Good luck.